Thank you for stopping by to listen to my dad, Larry Witcher, otherwise known as the Professor of Useless Knowledge. I hope you enjoy it.
Professor in here this morning. Here he comes. Come on in, Larry.
Man, I'm walking in the door.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you.
Everything's just fine.
That's great.
Before we get started on anything else, we got to go back to Great Oaks. Out here at the retirement, the assisted living place.
Yeah.
Great Oaks, when you was out, that's when we started. The World War II veterans are out there.
Yeah.
The number of them, there's 13 World War II veterans out there.
Oh, really? Is that right? I had no idea.
Yeah, and there's 24 veterans out there, but 13 of them World War II.
Okay.
Today we're going to honor Don Garrison. He was in the Army. He was a platoon leader.
Yeah.
And we're also going to honor Charles McCarthy. He was in the Army, Air Force also, and a radio operator. So our big salute goes to them today.
Great. That's great. Amen. Great.
And we're proud for this, for what they did for this country.
Yeah.
And it's good to hear you back, Julio.
I'm glad to be back.
Now my life can get back to normal. I've had, I bet you, 100 calls of folks running me down on the street wanting to know how you were.
Yeah.
Now, what happened was Julio's house caught fire.
Yeah.
It was not a health condition.
Yeah, most everybody think I was out because I was sick.
Out because
they said pray for Julio.
Yeah,
and everybody thought I was down sick.
Well, pray for Julio still goes for both, because if nobody's ever had a house caught a fire, you don't know what you go through with. No. You sit there and it feel like you've been kicked in the stomach, and they left your foot there. I was 28 miles from Monroe, Julio.
Yeah.
Down in Madison. I got a phone call.
Yeah.
And it said, a girl on the other end said, your house is on fire.
Oh, my gosh.
I said, it's what? She said, your house is on fire. I said, how bad? She said, I don't know, but the fireman's squirting water on it, and the blaze is coming through the roof.
Oh, gosh.
Now, 27 miles from home is not far until you try to get there, Julio.
You can't do it.
It takes 2 hours, I know, for me to get from Madison up here. I didn't think I would ever get here.
No.
And as you said this morning, put a little humor in it, and you could be commended for that you didn't have no more roaches in the house. Faith, after hours, got put back together.
Yeah.
Faith said it was a blessing. I said, what you mean, Faith? She said, I'd have never got my kitchen remodeled and the house painted inside and out if this hadn't happened. So
in other words, she didn't have much confidence or faith in you doing it, did she, Larry?
Well, she knew I'd do it, but you got to get around to it, Julio.
Yeah.
And you just have. It just takes time, to get around to some things.
Well, there was a lot of things, and I'm sure I need to do it in my house. Of course, a woman sees that more than a man does. See, we don't notice stuff like that.
Well, we go in, we eat, we take a bath, and go to bed. And the woman stays there all day sweeping up all the dirt that we tracked in.
Yeah.
And fixing the meal for us.
Yeah.
So she knows on your stove only 2 hours work. You don't know that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, we have no idea.
So when we sat down to the table to eat, we didn't know that she had to cook it on 2 hours. But she did find, she did consider it a blessing. And folks were so nice to us, Julio, when it happened. You can't believe it. Now, Faith, she had a little double shock, Julio. She'd been in Oxford, Georgia. Our preacher's mother-in-law had passed away. And she was down there, and when she came up the street, the fire truck and everything was in the road blocked Edward Street and our street, and the kids play in the street all the time. And she said in her mind, well, one of the little children got run over.
Yeah.
And then when she turned the curve, her house didn't have no top on it. So she said that was a real setback.
It's a sinking feeling.
It really
is. To know
is.
that there's nothing you can do but stand there.
So all the people who be thankful for something you've never had. If you've never had a fire, be thankful for something you've never had.
That's right.
Because it is a mess.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things that the fire will take from you that you'll never be able to get back. Photographs and tapes of your babies and things like this when they were born, and pictures and this kind of thing. But you're not going to be able to take it with you anyway, so you move on.
That's you will make it. And for all out there, y'all continue to pray for Julio. He needs it. Even though he's a chuckling and laughing this morning, he's hurting on the inside.
My job is to entertain, and that's what we're going to do.
So we're going to go back and re-salute Don Garrison, Charles McCarthy this morning, and see y'all again in the morning.
Okay, then. Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
Larry, you have a good day.
I sure did. Sure did.
Thank you, sir. Okay, there you go. That's your professor of useless knowledge right there, Larry Witcher.